Hello, my little art tutors. Make sure you grab your paper, you grab your printout, you grab your drawing material, and let's jump right in. All right, we are here for our spooky Halloween bottles. So, have your drawing paper printed out close to you, have your drawing paper, have your drawing tool. Let's talk about the supplies in my pencil pouch. Pencils, mechanical pencils, crayons, colored pencils, and markers are all great tools to use during our draw-alongs. Again, remember the red dotted line, that is where the fold is. That's our invisible line. This one's a little bit more difficult. A tip at the end of it says you can copy the labels I create or maybe add your own labels on your own spooky Halloween bottles. So again, you need it horizontal, which means the short sides are on the side. You're going to take your long bottom and fold it to your long top. This is going to give us our invisible line. This is a little bit different. It's going side to side. So we're going to do 3 bottles, first on the left, then the middle, and the right. The next two of them have the same top. They're just different bottles. So I'm choosing to use my black Crayola marker. Again, if you use a Crayola marker, you won't be able to add any water to it. So our first bottle, the top of the bottle is going to go above the folded line, and the bottom of the bottle is below it. So I'm going to start over because this is the long, skinny top of the bottle. It's a straight line till you get to the invisible line. Then you're going to curve out to the side, come down, and we're going to make the same thing on the other side. We're going to copy it, but go that way. Straight line. As soon as you get near the fold, curve out and stop around that same point. And then we're going to connect these two. And then we're going to connect them at the top. And it has a cork in it. So once we connect it, we're going to come in some. We're going to come up, over, and down. This is smaller than the top. And then we're going to add another line coming in and another line just for detail. Now I'm going to draw the shape of the label. We're not going to add the details yet. That will be at the end. So the shape of the label, and let me give you a piece of advice. Yes, mine looks wonky. Miss Lawson loves wonky art. Perfection looks great too, but to me, the weird shapes make it look very unique, make it look very like I like to draw it. So again, if you notice my bottles are a little off, that is because that is my hand and how it works. Okay, the labels, it's going to be, and I don't want to go straight across all the way. We're going to leave some room. On the ends, I'm going to make a U and a U. Then we're going to come down and stop. We're going to do the same thing, the U going in. U, U. And then go straight across. Again, we're not adding the detail quite yet. Okay, this bottle is similar in shape as in the neck is not as tall, but it is going to be a more rounded shape. Okay, so the top is like right around the folds. So we're going to do 2 little short lines, and then we're going to do a ellipse. So it's like a squished circle on top. And then we're going to connect those two with a curved line. So that's the cork. Now we're going to make like a necklace going around. So I'm going to start on the edge, and I'm going to curve up over in front of it and come back. Now we're going to make it look like an edge here. So we're going to come on this side, go down, follow that same curve, and back up. Now I shouldn't probably move this over some, but I'm not going to have much room to make it as big. But this is the tiny little neck. So 2 little short lines down, and then we're going to curve around. So this one is more round. Now I'm going to make it look like you can see through this one where you can't see through this one. So we're going to make the same curve inside. So that's the liquid. When you get to the top, we're going to make that same shape, the ellipse, smush circle. We're doing the same similar label on this one. It's just going to be, you know, to fit inside. So short line, U, U. And now they're going to be a little more curved as we come down. U, U, and connect it. We're going to actually do this again on the inside. Short line, U, U, line, line, U, U, line. Okay, last bottle is going to be very similar in this top, the same top, but it's going to be kind of like we've taken these two and put them together. It's going to have that top with a longer neck and then a body like this one. Okay, so again, we're going to above the line where we made, make sure far enough over, 2 short lines with a smushed circle on top. The bottom you're going to connect with a curved line. Then we're going to go around it like a necklace or a hat. Looks more like a hat. And then we're going to come off the side and make this thicker end over here. Now we're going to make these lines, you're going to come in, they're going to be longer, at least to the fold. And then we're going to go out, down, and then connect. Just like we did the liquid in here, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to follow this shape, and at the top right here, we're going to make a smushed circle. Now this label's a little bit different. We're going to have it 2 lines coming in, 2 lines coming in. They're not touching. We're going to connect these two with a hump at the top going up, and then this one's, or that would be a frowny face and a smiley face. Now here's the fun part, is adding what do you want inside our spooky Halloween bottles. I think I'm going to switch markers because this one's a little too thick. So I think I might go to my permanent marker because it has a thinner tip so you can see what I'm going to do. This one I'm going to do snake venom. So I'm going to write the word venom first. Make it very skinny. And again, my handwriting, I'm making it not look pretty because I want it to look spooky. So V-E-N-O-M. And then I'm going to try to squeeze the word snake because I want to draw 2 snakes. So S-N-A-K-E. And then I'm going to draw a snake. Kind of looks like a worm with the... And then I'm going to draw another snake down here. Okay, and this one I'm going to do hemlock. Don't ask me what hemlock is, but when I was researching, some of them said that, so I believe it's an herb. Hemlock. And then I'm going to draw some bones. So you do a 3, straight line, connect it with a 3. Technically this is a backwards 3. Straight line, 3. And this one, I'm going to do bat's blood. So I'm just going to write bat's blood. I hope you take the time to create your own labels and your own words, because I think it'd be fun to see what you came up with. Okay, so I'm going to add some color. And actually, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to add a line back here. So I'm going to start all the way to the left, stop at the bottle, jump over, stop, jump over, stop, jump over. So they look like they're sitting on a table. Okay, again, remember, use whatever materials you have for color, markers, crayons, colored pencils, paint sticks, watercolor, however you would choose. So I'm going to kind of work my way adding my color. Okay, so I added some color. Again, I was lucky I found a silver. You could just use gray to make the bottles that I didn't want dark. And then instead of painting or coloring in the whole bottom, I just did, or background, I just did like a design and added the shadow. So I love adding shadows. This is another thing you could do with a black, a gray, if you don't have any color. I just used my black very lightly, but you've got to think the light source is either going to come from the left or the right. I always do mine coming from the right. So pretend this is a light shining on our subjects. And if the light is shining on this side of all of our subjects, the shadow is going to be on the opposite. So if the light is on the right, your shadow is going to be left. Now, your shadow is not going to be all over the place. I'm only putting it on the table. So that's why I just did this curve and then I lightly colored it in. Again, light, shadow, light, shadow. So you could always do the opposite. Your light coming from the left, just make shadow right. So it's a great little trick to give your art a little more interesting fact. I did color over that. Again, these paint sticks are great because I can somewhat ride back over it to add my hemlock. But I hope you enjoyed creating your spooky Halloween bottles. I would love to see any of your completed drawings. Again, you have our at Art Barn Studio, Instagram and Facebook information right below, so you can also tag me and show me what you created. I hope you have a wonderful and safe Halloween.